Hi there, it's only Giz here again. In today's video, I just want to talk about just nature, really. How much I love nature and how much I like to be around it, and how much I would love to live in somewhere like a forest with like a little stream, maybe not exactly a lake, but just a little just a large pond. Just big enough for like tadpoles and frogs, toads, anything that can survive in water. And you might have just seen some talk about David Attenborough. It should be Sir David Attenborough or Master David Attenborough, King David Attenborough. I love this man. Oops, love him. He's like he's like a second father to me. I love him. And my light's playing up. I don't know why, but still. Well, I do know, but that can be sorted out. Let's just turn it off. Done. Right. But I mean, I was in my garden and it's autumn now. Well, virtually winter. And yeah, my garden's that way. That's why I keep on looking that way. And I'm seeing all my plants and um, my my goldfish have survived in my outside pond now for about 3 years, I think now. It seems short, but I think it's about 3 years. And I'm still seeing insects about. It's now November, and I'm still seeing insects around. And some plants, like my roses, are still flowering. Yeah, it's really weird how nature is responding to all this weather. I mean, most people can't even cope. So, but the plants and nature outside, they are coping really well, and I'm proud of them. And that's why I love David Attenborough, because he talks about all this nature and all different kinds of animals and plants. I love his DVDs on Life of Plants. Love them, love it. I went straight out there and I bought it as soon as I could. Wonderful. Um, in fact, I should have really had a more nature background. In a way, I don't. I didn't even think about it. I just put it up because it looks bloody fantastic. I will show it more later on. Um, yeah, I mean, I've got some apple trees, and if you can hear something, that's someone going to the toilet. Yeah. Yeah, but I've got apple trees, and they've still got leaves on, which is kind of, it's cool, but I'm still a bit worried just in case there'd be a sudden frost and boom, gone. Yeah. In fact, I've got some ferns. Some ferns got quite a lot of ferns, and they're still in leaf. Most of my ferns, they are ones that die down to the ground. So when I don't see them dying down to the ground yet, I do feel a bit nervous just in case they don't survive. Yeah, and I've even had mushrooms come up in my back garden. I've got a front yard and a back garden. They're really small. They're really small. I live in London, East End. It's really small houses and gardens are virtually extinct nowadays. So because I've got small areas, I want to use them and plant them. Um, yeah. Uh, so when it comes to having to trim things down, I don't like doing it. I know I should do, and the only way I can get through my not wanting to trim plants down is think, well, in the wild, animals would be just pushing through them, breaking twigs, breaking branches, eating them, and then I think, right, yeah, so I've got to keep on trimming things, because then to the plants it would look like that they're being eaten or trampled on by wild animals, because that's how they evolved. And yeah, I don't like trimming things, but I mean, right now I've got to, after this video, I'm going to have to go out in my front garden in the cold, the bloody rain, and cut some ivy that is growing on the ground because it's covering where my native bluebells are. I've got native bluebells. Well, some of them are seedlings, but most are bulbs that are bought. Yeah, they're my favourite plants, native bluebells. The Spanish ones I like, but I wouldn't mind if they went, really. I mean, my dream would be to live in a forest with native plants in it, like bluebells, really. And foxgloves, I love them. I mean, I've done my research on foxgloves because they seed a lot, and in gardens they come up a lot, but in the wild they're virtually extinct. I know that years ago, people used to just dig them up and put them in their own gardens, but then they would just die. But because they seed so much and the seeds all seem to come up, well, especially here, I can't really understand how they get wiped out in the wild. But still, at least in the gardens, we can keep them surviving, keep them spreading their seeds, and around the houses and in the cracks. Yeah, but my ideal thing now is for, I mean, I've got 3 apple trees. Two's in a pot. Well, one's been in a pot for so long now. I'm thinking about taking it out and putting it in the earth. I've got another one in a pot, but it's been only in there for a year. It was from Poundland, just a tiny thing. And one I bought from a garden centre, and I put that one in the earth, and that one it's just shot up. That's been there for about a year, and it's grown really well. I haven't had any apples yet, sadly, but then the ones that I planted in the last year haven't flowered. The one that I've had for years in the pot, that one has flowered. It makes fruit every year, but they don't last. Don't know why. I really don't know why. I feed it and everything, but still. But going back to nature as a whole, I really miss nature being in London, because where I am now, I won't say where, but where I am, it used to be more. When I was a kid, there was a lot more open space. Every day I would see hedgehogs, rabbits, occasionally some hares, eagles, kites, kestrels, including eagles. The eagles was rarer, but I remember seeing at least about 4 times. It could be the same eagle, but I saw it 4 times. But then my borough improved things by building things and schools and flats, and that's virtually all gone. I've not seen a hedgehogs for about 30 years. I've not seen a rabbit for about 20 years. I haven't seen hare for about 30 odd years. And the kites and kestrels, gone. Since they've improved the area for humans only. No, but what does nature care about? Well, I care about nature, and I'm trying to keep things alive in my front and back gardens, and indoors. I've got houseplants everywhere. I'm trying my best to keep nature going, but thankfully there's a lot more people now that is realizing how much nature we need. We need nature more than we actually do nuclear weapons. And we need to recycle more. Nature, there's a battle now, for some humans that are battling for to keep nature alive for as long as they can. But the thing is, with the human population getting too big, a lot more land's going to be needed. So that means a lot more nature area is going to be used up to home the humans. Sorry, mankind. But yeah, anyway, end it on a good note. Yeah, so there are a lot of people now that are going out there and cleaning the beaches, the woodlands, the fields, which I want to say thank you to all of them. I want to say thank you to the NHS, the doctors, nurses, postmen, delivery people. I know that they're part of nature too, in a way, because they are helping to deliver plants and animals and food that we'll need. Yeah, so I just hope that a lot more people will actually be thinking more about how they can improve their own areas, because I've seen my area go down and down and down. I mean, like the east end of London, and it's getting too built up now, it's getting, yeah, too concrete and tarmacked. Yeah, but there's people like me out there that are trying to fight to keep nature here and alive and kicking. Okay, so I've tried my best to end it on a good note. Hopefully I'll find out why there's this shadow here for, which I don't know where it's come from, but still, it's always there. Could be, I don't know what it is, but I will find out, and hopefully it won't be there in the next video. Okay, so be safe and be happy. Bye bye.